like microplastics or any of the other industrial commercial pollutants.
Funny you say stuff about microplastics because, like you said, it's not good to have a plastic bottle in the sun.
Good morning, good day, and good night wherever you may be. Did you know that staying properly hydrated can improve cognitive function and coordination? Studies show that even mild dehydration can impact your brain's performance. Danny, LWA's president and rehabilitation advisor, and I discuss this. This is Art Thomas, and I have acquired ataxia, which accelerated my unknown hereditary ataxia. Welcome back to Living with Ataxia.
What do you got in there?
Water,
Regular water or carbonated?
regular.
Regular?
Yeah.
Do you put anything in it?
Um.
Oh, wait. I know I said carbonated because that's one of those soda streams where it adds the carbonation to the water. Yeah.
No, I just use it for regular bottle.
How many ounces is that?
32.
How many do you think you're drinking a day?
I drink 6 or 7 a day.
So it's about 190, 200 ounces of water.
Well, a lot of people will say it's too much, but it's not too much. It's your body needs to hydrate properly, and that's why we use the salty packs.
Yeah,
and I use one a day. The clean slate because it's carnivore friendly.
Yeah.
And I mix creatine and MCT oil in it.
In there. Now, just in one, or do you spread it out over the 6 you have a day?
I just do it at night.
At night? You do it at night?
Yeah.
Because I'll use the salty pack. Usually I'll use it first thing in the morning, like when I wake up, because you got to go to the bathroom. You're not drinking all night, and if you pee during the night, you're literally you're probably on an empty tank when you wake up. So I'll have some water, maybe like 16 to 30 ounces, and I'll put one of those packs in it, and I'll drink it down. I'll just drink the whole thing. I ain't drinking it like for taste or to sip it. I'll just drink the whole thing down. Might take a few minutes, but just get the whole thing down. Just kind of rehydrate.
Yeah, in the morning, I usually take the red sea salt and put like a teaspoon in water.
I use the red sea salt in the morning first thing if I don't have any salty packs, like if I'm out. But I like the salty packs because they also have potassium and magnesium in them.
And for the people, a regular salt you don't want because that only has a couple minerals in it. You want stuff like red sea salt because it has a lot more.
All the naturally occurring minerals. The most table salt has nothing in it but sodium, so it's like you get too much of the sodium and nothing else. And sometimes has iodine, which you can get that from food, specifically like shellfish, like seafood.
Yeah. Also, if you can't get red sea salt, a good salt is what is it Himalayan?
The pink Himalayan salt is great if you can get it, but most of that stuff is mined out of Pakistan. It's not good. It's not real Himalayan salt, and it's hard to find real pink Himalayan salt, and it's harder to find. It's not impossible, and it's more expensive. Like if you get some pink Himalayan salt from Safeway for $3, it's probably not real Himalayan salt. Real Himalayan salt is reddish because it has iron in it, and some other stuff. But yeah, it's really good. Or certain brands which are easier to find, Celtic sea salt, which will have some of it's almost like wet salt, the consistency, the way it sticks together. That's really good salt too. Just has different concentrations of minerals, but I like the red sea salt because it's United States. Yeah. It's a national product, and instead of international. It's easier to get, and it's mined from old seabeds. So there's no pollution in it, like microplastics or any of the other industrial commercial pollutants that you might find from sea salt.
It's funny you say stuff about microplastics because, like you said, it's not good to have a plastic bottle in the sun, sitting in the sun, right?
Yeah, not at all. You never want to have plastic. If that bottle was sitting in the sun 5 minutes, I wouldn't want to drink out of it. I mean, maybe 5 minutes isn't going to kill you, but a lot of people leave plastic bottles in their car and then they drink out of them. Like, nah.
Yeah, it's
'Cause the
not
sun
good
makes
for this.
No,
the brain.
The sun makes the chemicals, the compounds in the plastic leach out into the water. I don't know the process, but I've read it. That's what it does. So, and you can taste it if you leave a plastic bottle in your car for a while and you drink the water. It tastes like plastic. You know. So, I mean, ideally, you know, this is being a purist, but ideally, if I could have my way, like the Topo Chico brand of the spring water, it's made in a glass bottle. And I like any product like that that's made in a glass bottle. Those are really good. Or even maybe an aluminum can, because I don't think aluminum leaches into the water. Not that I know of. But with plastics, there's always that possibility. Some plastics are better and higher grade, so they don't readily do that. But we're talking ideal. Like ideally, if I can have grass-fed, grass-finished beef, that's high fat with butter made from grass-fed, grass-finished cows, but I can't always get that. Sometimes I might eat some commercial beef, but it's not what I live on all the time normally. So it's not terrible, but it's still way better than eating like broccoli or mac and cheese. Way better than that kind of stuff. Traditional foods that people think is decent or healthy.
Yeah, but I drink like 6 or 7 of these a day, and the reason I do that is because I'm on the carnivore diet, and you need like triple the amount of water, and then you add the Ataxia on top of that, and you need even more water.
It's, and everybody's a little bit different because it's hard to say, like, each person's physiology, while there's like standards, everybody's a little different. And then you have to take into account, like you say, you have ataxia, right? So that's a condition that alters a lot of things. Your activity level, your exposure to sun, the environment. Like if you lived in a really, really hot place, you're going to sweat more. So you're going to lose more electrolytes, more water. So you're going to need more. It's just, there's a lot of factors to consider. Because a lot of people say, that's too much water. If it works for you and it feels great, continue doing it. Because the test is time. You do that 3 or 4 weeks and it's working great for you and you don't feel any detriment, you feel better doing that, and you don't feel as good.
I feel amazing if I have 6 or 7. If I have less, you can definitely notice a decline.
I noticed when I first tried the carnivore diet, when you first go on it, your body doesn't need all the extra water, so it starts dumping water. That's the initial weight loss you feel. But after that, you kind of get accustomed to it. You don't pee or sweat as much like that, unless you're moving. Do you notice that though? Do you pee more or less drinking that much water? Or you can't tell.
If I obviously go to the restroom more, but
because I say that because there's a balance. If I was to drink way too much, I'm saying way too much water for myself, my body's going to diurese. You're going to pee. You're going to urinate. You're going to expel the extra water, and with it, the way your body works, electrolytes. So
that's why I replace them with.
Well, I was going to say you can go too far. So each person experiment based on your work, your sleep, your activity levels, your weight, height, everything. If you get to a point, like you get to an amount, like for you, you say 6 of those bottles a day, you get to an amount that works for you, that's great. But you'll know because, over time you realize, like, if I have a bottle or 2 less than that, I feel it, I notice it. And if I have a bottle or 2 more than that, I feel it, I notice it. So, you get to where you're drinking enough, not too much, not too little, and you figure out what that is exactly for yourself. Because everybody wants to know, like, how much water should you drink in a day? That's kind of impossible to say for everybody all the time. If you're 5'5" and 110 pounds, or if you're 6'5" and 300 pounds and not fat but muscular or lean, it's way different. So you figure out what's the ideal amount for you is, and you stick with that. You know, it's maybe on hot days or days where you really exert yourself, you need more, and maybe some days when you're sedentary, you need a little less. You know, who knows? It fluctuates.
But it definitely is critical
Oh yeah, yeah.
to stay properly hydrated. It's like a good foundation. So I always say have a good foundation, and a good foundation is proper hydration.
Hydration is everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't care if you have the diet or the sleep right, exercise. If your hydration is lacking, it's going to affect everything else. You're going to feel it somewhere in everything else. At the very least, the systems in your body aren't going to operate optimally. You know, even if you have a little less water, you'll notice it. And not that your body's built for survival. You can get by a day or so with a little less. It's not going to kill you, but you don't want to do that all the time. They say a lot of people walk around mildly dehydrated. I think they are people that do observational studies, and they're probably talking about a cross section of the average American, because things are different in different parts of the world. You know, you might live in some part of the world where you don't have access to water like that. That's clean water, good water. So it all depends. But yeah, a lot of people, because the complaints of brain fog and headaches, you know, the first and foremost that would be, are you hydrated? A lot of people aren't. I find that doing personal training. A lot of people, when I talk to them about how they eat and drink water, a lot of them don't take in enough water. And if I get them taking in more water, they start feeling better. They start noticing it. Things are better. I know, you know, when you work out, if you're hydrated, you feel great. And if you haven't had enough water that day, you feel lagging. You feel less. And if you're a little bit dehydrated, it's not always so easy just to drink a bottle of water and you're good again.
You need more.
You gotta give it time. It doesn't immediately. You don't immediately replenish your stores. That's why they'll give you bottles of saline. You know, because that's the quickest way to rehydrate you. You know, if you drink it, it takes a while. It takes a little longer. But yeah, I like the salty packs. They're good. And that's good that they have Clean Slate, Caramel Vibes, Coco Loco, Citrus Splash. They all have a little bit different amounts of magnesium, sodium, potassium. And that tells me that they don't have a cookie cutter formula. They're not BSing you, because you'll see some brands that have, it's all exactly the same. Like, how do they do that and still have different flavors?
Yeah.
You know, this has right around 178 to 182 milligrams of magnesium, 968, 969 milligrams of potassium, and anywhere from 408 to 416 to 421 milligrams of potassium. That's good. They have, it ranges from 0 to 9 milligrams of calcium. This is a really great hydration packet. I like them. You know, and they're straightforward with their ingredients. They're maltodextrin.
Yeah.
You know,
You have to be careful, because a lot of electrolytes have the multidextrin,
yeah.
which is really bad for the brain.
The company I used to love had, I won't say the names.
Even certain sweeteners have multidextrin.
Oh, I always tell my clients, look, when it comes down to it, if you're going to have aspartame or however you say, or aspartame, or however you say, aspartame or sucralose or any of these fake sweeteners, you're better off just having real sugar.
Yeah.
Because your body knows what it is, knows what to do with it, and you either have enough or too much, sugar in your body. But the fake ones, not good. They're linked. I say linked because I don't know if it's definitively proven. I'd have to research that more. But the artificial sweeteners, I know that they're proven to cause things like allergic reactions, like sinus problems, headaches, other gastrointestinal distress. But I want to say, and I could be wrong about this, but I want to say that they're also linked to cancer, like they're carcinogenic, they're cancer causing. So, anything that's linked to that or possibly could cause that artificial sweet, the sugar's not directly, just use sugar. But some people are, it's all marketing and money, and they're going to tell you that it's safer than sugar. It's not. It's not. It's worse.
Yeah, there's that company with the little yellow packet. A lot of people use it, and the reason why I say that is because diabetes runs in my family, and they use the little yellow packet.
Yeah.
But that little yellow packet is 99% multidextrin, which means it's worse than sugar. I
Way
don't know
worse.
how they're getting away with it.
It causes, I'm pretty sure it causes cancers. I could be wrong about that. But it's also not good for your brain, not good for your nervous system. I know, not good for the gastrointestinal tract. Causes all types of GI distress. And it's not, like your body sees foreign things come in. It doesn't have to process them or what to do with them. So it's not good for you. It's not good for you. You'd be better off if you had a treat, just eat the sugar.
Yeah.
Just eat the sugar. Your body knows what to do with that. I'm not saying it's great, but you can enjoy things. I'm not saying you can't ever have cake or sugary coffee. Do that if you want to. The problem with everything, just like the problem with this, if you're not consistent with your electrolytes and your water intake, you start having problems. So you want to be consistent with that. Consistency is everything, but it's everything bad too. Having some cake or having some sugar in a coffee is not the end of the world, but it's doing it consistently all the time. And people do that every day because they're not going to have sugar every now and then. They're going to have it all the time. You know what I mean? And if you have cake on your birthday or cake on Christmas, it's fine. It's nothing. You know? If you're at a level of health because you're hydrated and you're eating all the right proteins and fats, and then you have something bad or unhealthy, it's not really going to affect you. But if you're not optimally healthy and then you have that bad stuff, it just pulls you down worse. It's not good. So it's all a matter of degrees. Just like the water. You want to make sure you're taking enough water. You don't need too much. If you take in too little, though, you will feel it.
You definitely feel it. That since you mentioned Christmas, I actually kind of picked out on Christmas. We had the apple thing?
The apple, like apple pie, was it apple
It was
crisp?
good though.
It's fantastic. Oh, yeah.
But
And it didn't kill you.
No, like I said, I only had that stuff like on my birthday, holiday, stuff like that.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I mean, I know some people, they go on the carnivore diet. It's like I used to say with people that eat a standard diet, which includes fruits and vegetables too, or breads or grains or whatever. It's all about a matter of degrees, and those people, like bodybuilders, the best ones, rarely if ever cheat. While you're on a carnivore diet, some people want to be purists and they don't want to eat anything else ever. That's fine. If you can do it, some people it's just a mental thing. They can't do it. They can't do it. But it's like in a weird way, it's like an addiction. I gotta have that honey bun. Why? but I saw this little meme and it said, nothing tastes as good as healthy feels. Like when you feel like on top of the world, like on carnivore, when you feel like that all the time, every day, you feel
it's hard to go back.
Yeah. And then when you have a treat, once you've been on carnivore for a while and your system is healed from eating trashy foods or even vegetables and fruits with the anti-nutrients in them and things like lectins and oxalates and other stuff, once you kind of heal your body from that, then if you do have a treat, it's no big deal. It doesn't matter.
It's not. I can tell you, I'd rather have a treat than vegetables.
Oh, yeah. Didn't you have avocado one time?
I had avocado. I felt so bad the next day.
Yeah. Because those things in there, those toxins, like I said, like lectins or oxalates, those things, they really make you feel bad. And so many people, and there's so many people going on the carnivore diet, that's why I did it. they go on the carnivore diet not to look a certain way. Some of them do, or mostly to heal little health problems.
Yeah.
And then they start realizing, like, I didn't even realize how bad I felt day to day until I didn't feel like that. And that's now I feel great. Yeah, it makes a big difference. It makes a huge difference, man. Such a big difference.
Yeah, but to go back, lay the foundation, and the good foundation is enough water, and then everything adds up.
In conclusion, proper hydration is essential for managing ataxia and all neurological disorders. It's not a magic pill, but it can make a real difference in our daily lives. By prioritizing hydration, we can improve our muscle coordination, our cognitive function, and our overall quality of life. Thanks for watching, and if you have any thoughts on hydration with neurological disorders, please leave them in the comments below. And if you want to learn more about ataxia, similar disabilities, health and wellness tips, and other health topics, be sure to check out our other videos.
I was gonna say, if you fall walking over, crack your head on the table when you walk over.
I can edit it.
I see where you told him not to use the wheelchair.
Yeah,
Like, nah, you ain't using that.
I told him you had to walk to grandmother's. I got to see how far it is.
Where's the hotel?
It's funny, Hollywood. I know where the hotel is. I'm trying to remember.
In
where
relation to
grandma
Grimaldi's.
is. I have no idea.